Heavy pulse, bloody eyes, sweaty clothes, the routine that I've learned to understand and know. Play my tricks, fragile mind, rest your head on me. Shut my eyes, I'm not here. There must be some mistake. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
Hello friends. Last time you saw me, I was feeling depressed over a girl that didn't want me, which as I've come to realize, it's part of the character development arc of every male nowadays. Life wasn't going too well, honestly. No job, no school, no goals. I was feeling some kind of a limbo, doing nothing with my days. I started playing League of Legends as you usually do in those times, but the new season kind of sucked, not gonna lie. And so I needed to play another game. The main reason it took so long to upload this video is that I'm making another video in parallel to this one about like quitting nicotine, but as you can probably tell, it's not going very well. So yeah, it's gonna come someday, just maybe not right now. We'll see about that. I've also upgraded my audio setup, so I now have like this $10 lavalier microphone I bought on AliExpress, so we'll see like how good this sounds. And I'm just gonna switch hands here because this setup is kind of heavy, not gonna lie. It's kind of hard to do everything, you know. But yeah, on a more hopeful note, I saw a quote somewhere like on Instagram in the comment that says like no job pays enough to feel better than unemployment does. And I know it sounds awful, right? But yeah, I mean, today's a beautiful day. I'm just walking, recording this video, and it's gonna probably take a while, but it's fine. Yeah, and I know it sounds awful, but to be fair, I'm still looking for a job. I'm sending like job applications pretty much every day, and I'm working on some videos like I'm doing right now. So it's not all gray, you know. Things are going well, and I'm also going back to school like next semester, so that's also fine. I'm not going back to university. I'm gonna do like a technique, which here in Quebec it's like you do a technique, you get a job. Basically. Oh yeah, sorry about that. There was someone in the trail. I had to quit recording. Anyway, with that newfound free time, I tried playing League at first, and like I said, the new season kind of sucked, and I was getting angry at pretty much every game, which also sucked. So I decided to quit League for good. Well, not maybe for good, but like I'm still gonna play with friends, but I'm not gonna do like solo queue ranked anymore. So that was probably like the best decision I've took in a long while. Of course, that got me bored because I played League for years, and now I had to find like something else to replace it. And so I started looking. So one day, while looking at memes on Instagram like I usually do, I saw one that stated that Hideo Kojima was probably the best director that didn't make films. And I find that quote funny because, for context, the only game I played made by Kojima was like Metal Gear Rising, and to be fair, it's a pretty good game. Like, the gameplay wise is pretty good. The graphics are pretty dated but still great, and the sword fights are amazing. But like just the character development and the story is really, really nice. So I figured, well, why not go for the full Kojima experience? And so I bought Death Stranding. At first I didn't play it, but I downloaded the soundtrack. And oh boy, it was amazing. I didn't know at the time that like Low Roar, I don't know how you pronounce that. It sounds fits so perfectly with the mood of the game and everything else. And honestly, it's heartbreaking what happens to him. I would love to hear more coming from him, but sadly passed away from pneumonia. It's tragic, really. He wasn't that old anyways. One day, as I wanted to shut off my brain for the constant buzzing and overstimulation of social networks, I said, why not play that game? I saw a few videos years ago and made it seem relaxing, and so I started playing. It would be an understatement to say that this game was amazing. You might say, but Thomas, isn't this game a walking simulator? How can it be great? And well, you'd be half correct. It's a walking simulator with amazing storytelling and like movie-like experience. Let's just say that. Like, visually, it's stunning. It's a well-made game, and I've never played anything like it. It's relaxing, just listening to Low Roar while walking in the world, in this beautiful world, very well crafted, and just trying to deliver a parcel. It's therapeutic in its own way. But then you add the story on top of that, and it becomes a masterpiece. The story is what drove me to understand life better, and this is what this video is all about.
Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
Rain, heavy blows, dirty eyes, sweaty clothes, the routine that I've learned to understand and know. Play my tricks, fragile mind, risk your head on me. Shut my eyes, I'm not here. There must be some mistake. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
The world of Death Stranding is unlike any other. There is no United States anymore, no cities, no functioning society. What's left of the humanity is scattered across the land, living in isolated camps and bunkers, cut off from each other's. People don't go outside anymore. Not because of zombies, nuclear fallout, or Mad Max Warzone, no. It's because stepping outside can literally erase you from existence. After what they call the Death Stranding, when the boundaries between life and death broke down, the world changed forever. Rain is now called timefall, rapidly ages whatever it touches. Invisible creatures that are called BTs, beachhead things, roam the land, dragging the living into afterlife. And if a human dies and isn't properly taken care of, they explode in a massive void out, wiping entire areas of the map. In this world, people survive thanks to porters. Porters are basically FedEx workers that are willing to risk their life to deliver goods. And that's where we met our protagonist, Samuel, Sam for short, Porter Bridges. At the start of the game, Sam is just a guy trying to get by. Doesn't care about the big picture. He's not trying to rebuild America. He's not trying to be a hero. He makes deliveries, that's all.
I make deliveries, that's all.
That's his life. Going places to places, doing his job, surviving. And honestly, he's not doing too well. He's isolated, living day to day, and has no real purpose beyond the next delivery. But everything's about to change when he's called to the Capitol, or what's left of it anyway. The President of the United Cities of America, Bridget Strand, is dying. And she's not just some politician. She's someone from Sam's past. Someone who believes that America can still be saved. But she needs Sam's to do it. When Bridget dies, it set off a chain of events that change everything for Sam, for the world, and for what's left of humanity. The responsibility of leading the United Cities of America falls to her successor, Amelia. She's supposed to be the new president, the one who will unite the fractured world, but there's a catch. She's not there. She's all the way on the west coast in a place called Edge-Knot City, held hostage by a militant group known as Homo Demens, a faction that refused to be governed. They don't want America to be rebuilt, and they're keeping Emily trapped, unable to return.
Limits for them, not even engineering void outs.
So then, our protagonist Sam is given a mission. Go west, find Amelie, and reconnect the country. That's where the sci-fi bullshit called the chiral network comes in. It's not just a new internet, it's a network that connects the living and the dead, transmitting information almost instantly through the beach.
Terminal into the chiral web. Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation. And when you get to Edge-Knot City, find Emily and bring her home.
Yeah, at this point I should probably clarify what the beach is. And from my understanding, the beach is some kind of limbo between life and death. It's a manifestation of humankind consciousness and their personal conception of death, if you will. So yeah, they want to use this parallel world to connect all the cities across America and bunkers that exist so that they can communicate again. And by doing so, Sam won't just be rebuilding America, he'll also be reconnecting humanity itself. But here comes the kicker, Sam doesn't care about America. To him, the whole idea of rebuilding it is just another empty promise. Another lie from a world that's already fallen apart. He's seen how people live now, isolated, paranoid, barely surviving, and he doesn't believe a network or a government can magically fix everything. So why does he say yes then? It's because of the girl, of course. It's because of Amelie. See, Amelie is not just some politician to him. She's also family, or at least the closest thing he has to one. Bridget raised Sam like a son, and Emily was always there when he was growing up. She was kind to him, she looked out for him. She was the only person who ever really made him feel like he wasn't alone. And now, she needs him. Sam doesn't believe in saving the world, but he does believe in saving her. Sounds familiar? Even if he's not sure she'll love him the same way. Even if she's changed. Even if deep down he knows this journey won't bring back the past. This is where his mission and the idea of unconditional love intersect. See what I did there? Sometimes love isn't about what you get in return. It's about choosing to care, even when you don't know it will mean anything in the end. Sam isn't a hero. He's just a man who cares about one person. And ironically, the guy who spent his entire life avoiding people is now about to embark on a journey where his whole purpose is to bring back people together. Maybe without realizing it, Sam is also trying to find his own connection to the world again. And so he sets off, just a man, a backpack, and a long road ahead. The journey begins.
Part of me and I'm a part of you. Yes, you're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Yes, you're a part of me and I'm a part of you.
At first, Sam is just doing his job. Pick up a package, walk across the wasteland, avoid BTs, deliver, repeat. It's all he ever known. Moving forward, one step at a time, with no real attachment to the world or the people in it. He's not a hero. He's not doing this out of patriotism. He's here because he has a job to do. And at the end of that road, Amelie's waiting. But here's the thing about walking. The longer you do it, the more time you have to think. And the more time you spend out there, the harder it is to ignore the connections forming around you. Sam isn't working for money. There is no money. There is no grand reward waiting for him at the end of this. All he gets for his work is a couple of likes from people he barely know, and some equipment to make his next delivery easier. And yet, he keeps on delivering. Because even if he won't admit it, something about this whole process feels right. At first, it's just a transaction. He brings them what they need, they give him supplies. It's simple, but over time, these faces start to become people. There's Dead Man, the quirky scientist who studies the dead, trying to understand the other side. There's Mama, the engineer who's literally tethered to a ghost, stuck between two worlds. Hartman, the guy who dies every 21 minutes just to search for his lost family on the other side. And also Fragile, the woman who carries the weight of betrayal but still believes in something better. Like she says, "My name is Fragile, but I'm not that fragile." They are all alone in their own ways, just like Sam. And even if he doesn't realize it yet, he's starting to care. Not just about Amelie, not just about finishing his mission, but about the people he meets along the way. And maybe, just maybe, they care about him too. Sam finally reaches the edge of the world, the place where his journey was always leading, to Amelium. But instead of salvation, he finds a paradox. She is both the one he's been trying to save and the force that will end everything. She tells him the truth. The Death Stranding wasn't a mistake. It was always meant to happen. Just like every extinction event before it, humanity time is up. And yet, Sam stands there. Proof that something has changed.
But somewhere along the way, I started changing. Started meeting people that made me think that maybe it wasn't all bad. People that put their faith in tomorrow, and in me. That kept the lights on, and waited for hope to arrive. So I gotta deliver, for their sake.
He walked across the dead land and brought life back to it. He connected people in a world that was meant to stay disconnected. He turned loneliness into something that mattered. If everything was meant to end, then why does he still want to keep going? Amélie gives Sam a choice.
So, knowing what you know now, you have two choices. You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices.
To stay with her on the beach, watching as everything fades away, accept that nothing lasts forever, that all connection eventually break, that extinction is inevitable, or to walk forward, back to the world, back to the people who still needs him. Even if nothing lasts, even if everything ends someday, isn't it still worth fighting for? This is where the game hits its deepest question. Is it better to accept the end or to struggle against it? Humanity, its story has always been a series of extinction. Empires fall, civilization crumble, people come and go, and yet we keep building, we keep connecting. The Death Stranding tried to sever those connections, but Sam proved that they can be rebuilt. The Chiral Network was more than just an internet of ghosts. It was the proof that the past and the present can still be linked, that we don't have to be alone. And so, Sam chooses to walk forward. This moment reflects his entire journey. At the start, Sam was just surviving. He walked, but wasn't going anywhere. He connected people, but wasn't connected himself. Now, he understands. Life isn't about avoiding the end. It's about what you do until you reach it. The world only exists because we decide to keep walking forward. And in his darkest moment, just when it seems like he might be trapped forever, his friends reach out to him. Dead men, heart men, fragile, they come for him, because now he isn't just a porter, he's one of them. He belongs in the world he helped to rebuild. And in the end, that's what breaks the cycle of extinction. Because as long as someone is still willing to move forward, humanity will never truly disappear. Sam believed his journey was about saving Amélie, that his love for her was the one thing that mattered. But through his journey, he realized that love isn't just about one person. Love is the connections we build. It's the people who come for us when we're lost. It's the world we keep moving forward for, even when everything tells us to stop. By the end, Amélie doesn't save Sam. Sam saves himself by choosing to live. And by doing so, he proves that if everything must end someday, that doesn't mean it was meaningless. In the end, it was never about saving the world. It was about the friends we made along the way. And maybe life is the same. I don't have all the answers, but I'm still moving forward. Uncertain, but trying my best to make the world a better place. And at the end of the day, maybe that's all that really matters.